Yeah, my Twitter's broken. I'll let somebody else fix it. Oh, my everything's broken. Okay. I think everything's working now. Are you still there?
Yes, I am. I'm pretty
Alright.
sure I am following Split Kick as well. So how will we know of people watching this stuff?
It's supposed to show the amount of viewers at the bottom underneath the stream, but it doesn't show the correct amount.
Looks like this toaster's
So,
toast.
You can
But our
really tell.
quick-thinking consumer is already speaking with customer service.
I think it might only work when the video's going. Otherwise, it shows like total views.
It still doesn't work right. Anyway.
All right. You might just want to go into the account and delete the 2 minutes and 32 seconds we did.
I will at some point.
All right.
Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. This is the first 16-bit episode of 16 Bits of Reality. I'm going to be playing Super Metroid tonight. I'm joined here by my good friend Don.
Hey.
And, yeah, I'm going to see how far I can get in an hour and a half of Super Metroid tonight. Hopefully, I'm not going to complete the game. It's absolutely not possible in an hour and a half, but hopefully I can do something pretty cool for you guys tonight. Let's get it done.
Big differ. World speed record's 48 minutes.
Shut up.
I think you can.
Shut up.
I think you can do it in twice as long.
The last Metroid.
Yeah, but I gotta watch this, apparently.
The Galaxy.
I forgot. I completely forgot that this game has a freaking unskippable intro.
Oh, we can't see in the stream. It's live and I can hear you, but there's no video.
This video for me. You want to try refreshing it?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try and do. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no, fix it. Oh yeah, I gotta push buttons, don't I?
Yep.
Man, I love this thing they're showing of the original Metroid that's totally the Super Metroid graphics. And totally not taken straight from the end of the game that I'm currently playing.
No, totally not. That's not how that works. I mean, it's like Valve recreating the beginning of Half-Life at the beginning of Half-Life 2 when they're like the specimen room. And then totally not using those graphics at all for Half-Life Source.
Yeah, totally. Not at all. Man, Half-Life Source was such a disappointment for me. Like, you want to know what disappointed me the most in that?
Was it the water?
No, the water was actually cool. The thing that disappointed me the most in Half-Life Source was when I crowbarred a corpse and it sparked like I was hitting metal and made the same sound.
That's really bad.
That's terrible is what that is.
I wonder if that's been fixed.
I doubt it. I doubt it's been patched since it was released, because it works just fine.
I mean, my biggest problem with it was like, the water was really neat, like that you had the water physics and everything, but the water, if I recall, was just clear.
It had the ripple effects going on with it.
Well, yeah, but like when you were under the water, it was pretty much clear. There wasn't very much fog, so you could pretty much, like, when the Ichthyosaur fish thing was introduced, you could basically see it from outside the water.
Yeah, there is that.
And it just kind of ruined the entire reveal, because that thing's supposed to be scary as fuck. Are we swearing on this?
Oh, you can swear all the fuck you want.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure I said cunt in the first or second episode, so, you know, that's been broken.
And in this one?
And in this one, yeah. It's kind of an unwritten joke in the episodes of Fall Damage as well. Every time we say cunt, it gets bleeped out. It's the only word that has ever been bleeped out in Fall Damage.
Just spend an episode, like, throwing that in every other sentence.
We've done that, or something very similar.
Alright. Well, I guess I'm just out of original ideas.
That sounds about right.
And I mean, straight from the get-go, I love the atmosphere in this game. You're wandering through, people just laying about dead, nobody here, and then you find into this room, can't pick up the Metroid. Well, what the fuck?
And then this happens. And then all I do is nothing. I could try fighting Ridley, but to be honest, I can't beat you.
Is he just like waiting there for you?
I don't know, maybe.
'Cause, I mean,
Ridley's my stalker.
He is, and if I recall, like in the whole Metroid lore, that Metroid right there is the last one you saved from.
It's supposed to be the last Metroid, and for the most part, that's right. Except for
Yes.
the ones in Tori and on SR388. Oh, sorry, on Zeebs.
Yeah, because that's the last one, and you get it at the end of Metroid 2.
Yeah. And I can't believe Metroid 2 is actually classed as like a real entry in the series. Because Metroid 2 is not a very good game.
It was for the Game Boy. It had a lot of limitations.
It's the first Metroid game I ever played, actually.
And it's all about just going about murdering Metroids left and right.
Yeah, with the terrible Metroid designs.
Didn't they have didn't they just go crazy making all sorts of different Metroids?
It was like the evolutions of the Metroid or something. And it was put to really good use in Metroid Fusion. It made for a very interesting last boss.
Oh man, just getting into that Super Nintendo amazingness.
Hell yeah, man, Mode 7. That's where it's at.
Mode 7 is the shit.
The ability to rotate sprites.
Yes.
But to Nintendo's credit, they did amazing things with that basic ability.
Yes, and so did the developers. Like, Nintendo made that big revolution, or innovation rather, as they always do, and then the developers were like, we know what to do with this.
The people who only really did anything good with it ever, though, were freaking Nintendo and HAL, because HAL weren't part of Nintendo back at that time.
Square Enix. Or Squaresoft.
Yeah, Square Enix did a little bit with it, and there were a couple of odd companies that made, like, weird flight sims, but... Oh, and also, the MechWarrior for the Super Nintendo was actually a lot better looking than the PC one. I'm not talking MechWarrior 3050, I'm talking MechWarrior 2?
Probably.
No, MechWarrior 1.
Or was that, like, Super Nintendo's hands down was my system.
Oh, dude, yeah, Super Nintendo was the first console, like, actual console I ever owned. I owned a couple of Atari systems, but they were both computers with full keyboards and joysticks and everything, so...
Yeah. I inherited my Super Nintendo, and my original Nintendo from my uncle. I don't know why he gave them to me, but fuck it.
I actually didn't own an original Nintendo until, like, 2005.
By then, did it even work?
Oh yeah, it worked great. A guy, like, I used to work with at a movie theater years ago, gave it to me with about 30 games. He was going to sell it all to me for $30, and then it took him about a year for him to finally bring it into work, so he was just like, dude, whatever, you can just have it. I'm sorry I'd, like, forgotten to bring it in. And I'd forgotten about it. So, you know, I lucked out on that deal. I'm still using some of those, like, terrible games he gave me back then as trade-ins to this very day. There's a couple of gems in there, like Gradius and Metroid and Mario 2.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a couple copies of, like, Mario Duck Hunt.
Dude, you know this always freaked the crap out of me when I was a kid? These, like, scanning doogies right here.
Yeah, that's pretty jarring. So, along with the little faces down there?
Oh yeah, when they freaking turn and look at you?
Yeah, it's creepy.
It just adds to the whole atmosphere they managed to set up in these games.
And look at that. That's not good. Nothing that looks like that is ever, like, good aligned. Nothing with a glowy face like that ever wants to help you.
Man. And one thing that I always found very interesting about Nintendo as well is how they just take, like, their little jingles that they made up in original 8-bit titles and turn them into, like, seminal pieces of music for an entire series. I mean, back in, like, the Super Nintendo days, like, you know, things weren't like memes at this point. It's not like it was like huge common knowledge at this point, or it was celebrated in publications all over the internet or anything. It's at this point they just chose to reuse things from previous titles, and it worked, to their benefit.
Yeah, and some things you wouldn't even really expect to be really huge hits, like first level in Mario. It's not even the title theme, is it?
No, the game actually has no title theme. The original Super
Yeah.
Mario Brothers has nothing playing on the title screen.
Yeah, and that one, World 1-1 is the definitive Mario music, and it is also pretty much the definitive Nintendo music. You don't need to play more than the first 3 notes for someone to be able to play, be able to just sing the next 3,
Yeah.
or the rest of the song. It's actually really just kind of cool the way they do that.
And it's not even a particularly good piece of music either. I mean, you could stone me all you want for saying things like this, but I mean,
I will.
that piece of music itself is not a good piece of music, but it's catchy. It's very relatable, and that's something Nintendo always did extremely well. And not even necessarily from the original iterations. I mean, the original Zelda music and the original 8-bit version wasn't really what made the Zelda Overworld music nearly as popular. The Link to the Past version was the first time they made it sound epic, and it worked. It worked so well.
Yeah. I have yet to find, I guess, play a Nintendo game like from their main series with music I just flat out didn't like, or an original score I really just did not like from Nintendo.
Oh.
Wii music aside.
And that's something Nintendo always done very well. And the thing I find most interesting as well is from other companies, from Squaresoft and Namco and things like that, and and Konami. They have composers, specific composers that always become extremely famous. I'm talking your Nobuo Uematsu, whatever the hell that guy's name is, who does the music for the Tales series, Akira Yamaoka of Konami. They're the people that end up getting most celebrated. They're the people that people like most remember the music of. Nintendo? It's very rare you will actually hear somebody actually come out with a name of a Nintendo composer. And it's more that Nintendo themselves are renowned for their good music instead of just having a single good employee that knows how to do it well.
Yeah, I was wondering, because I know they have a lot of, they have some composers. I think the only one I could really name off the top of my head is, I can't even remember his first name, I'm that bad, is Jataka.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Who's worked on a large number of Nintendo and non-Nintendo games, but aside of him, I don't really know any of the other ones. Do you know if they just do they have just a group of people who write the music? Is it made by committee, or?
I wouldn't be surprised, and quite often I wouldn't be surprised if it's Miyamoto going into a room and saying, "This is what I want to hear." Da 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 da.
That seems just kind of the way they would roll.
Or just one of the random employees walks into a room and said, "Hey guys, this would sound really cool," and Miyamoto's just fund it.
So, are you going to try and...
Is Koji Kondo one of those?
I don't know. Let me check.
So are you about to ask me? Am I going to do what now?
Are you going to do the... so you're going to skip ahead with the power bombs?
I don't know. I'll find out if I want to do power bombs early or not. Maybe I'll just see how I feel when I get there.
What was your question about Koji Kondo?
If he was actually one of the Nintendo composers.
I would have to say yes. Purely on the basis that it looks like pretty much everything he's done has been one way or another related to Nintendo since 1984.
Like what?
He's done golf, soccer, Super Mario Brothers. He was the composer in Super Mario
That's it,
Brothers.
Koji Kondo. That's where I specifically know him from.
Yeah, and Legend of Zelda, and Super Mario, Lost Levels, Super Mario Brothers 2, Doki Doki Panic.
Watch me pro this. I'm gonna pro this boss so hard.
Oh, he's coming. He's gonna claw. Oh, I don't know, Cruz. Dan, whichever name you're using there. Don't think a pro would have gotten clawed.
It's actually impossible to avoid that, unless you jump over him, which I'm not doing, because I'm a pro!
Then you gotta jump back with him, because he probably won't turn around.
He does turn around.
Oh, alright.
Whatever, I got hit like 4 times.
2 more. You got hit, like, every time, with every attack.
Yeah, but you see, I still beat him.
Most certainly not pro.
Dude, that is the pro strat.
No, the pro strat would be jumping around a corner and shooting him in the head.
Dude, a good offense is mashing your face against a mountain.
Is that how you move mountains?
That's how I do anything. It's like, I need to make breakfast, mash face against mountain.
Does it work?
You'd be surprised how often it doesn't.
I see what you did there. I guess I'll have to try that tomorrow before class.
Yeah, a big test, mash face against mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Wake up with only 30 minutes to make breakfast, face mountain.
Hell yes. You know, that one specifically only works when you actually have class at the bottom of a mountain. You just jump down the mountain, face first. Oh right, I could use missiles.
Oh man, green guys.
That's the worst kind.
Well, aren't there red ones too? And they're super powerful.
There's like blue ones, and red ones, and purple ones, and yellow ones.
Yeah, doesn't each one require like a different beam or something?
Usually. There's like one that like responds to power bombs, one that responds to super missiles, one that you gotta freeze first. Oh wait, that's Metroids.
Why are you blinking?
That always happens when you go down elevators, man.
Doesn't happen to me.
Well, you're obviously not doing it right.
Guess.
Man.
Maybe my elevator's just too slow.
If there's one piece of music that actually defines Metroid for me, it's this piece. You don't hear it in any other Metroid game, but this music for me is Metroid.
I'm always just kind of... I'm a sucker for like just the first tune I hear in a game.
This is far and away my favorite piece of Metroid music.
I am also like the kind of guy who doesn't rename like half the characters when it comes to like a role-playing game. I just leave them with the default names usually.
You mean you don't rename Barrett to Nigga?
No.
It's like my best friend in high school did that.
Although I did, what was it, Final Fantasy IX, I did rename Amaranth, I think his name was. The guy with the yarn hair, I named him, like, I think I named him Ass or something like that. Because his name was like Flaming Amaranth. So then he just became the Flaming Ass.
You know, I actually renamed every single character in Final Fantasy VI. I don't even remember what I renamed most of them. I know I named Setzer Kane. I don't remember what I named Locke. I renamed Edgar Edward. And that's all I remember. Oh, Gao became Gore.
So did you just decide to pick names that were relatively close to the originals?
How was Setzer anything like Kane?
I figured he was just the exception to the rule. Edgar to Edward, Gao to Gore. I don't know. I do remember though, that was like the only game I really renamed people, and I renamed them after people I knew. But now, whenever I do another RPG where I'm like forced to name people, my thieves are always named Locke.
I still remember Secret of Mana as well. It was one of the first RPGs I actually ever played, and that's a game where you're forced to name everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need speed boost for this room, don't I? It was me forgetting things for a game I played like 2 weeks ago.
Man. Where's your pro strat now?
It died.
After being hit by every attack?
I bet you can't even guess what I named the characters in Secret of Mana. Actually, you would never guess.
You named them after Guilty Gear characters.
Dude, I played Secret of Mana when the game was new. I played it back in 1996.
Sorry, give me a couple seconds. I have to address something real quick.
You gotta get that thing in the post, man. Oh, man. I found out the Super Metroid is a lot easier when you haven't been drinking. That's a real pro strat right there. Killing flying enemies with bombs.
Came back just in time to see that.
Total pro strat, man.
So what was that question you asked before I left?
Oh yeah, like what I actually named the characters from Secret of Mana. And like I said, I played the game when it was new.
Oh. That is a very good question. Did you name them after Nintendo characters?
Nah, dude, you never get it.
Alright.
The main character, like, I tried to name after myself. I tried to name it Danny, which is a name only my family ever calls me. And I, like, messed it up somehow, and it was actually named Danzy. Yeah. And then I ended up calling the girl Darina, and the sprite Nibobo. Don't even ask me where I got that from. Because I honestly don't know. So asking me would be just a stupid idea.
I've always just kind of named the sprite Asshat.
What exactly is an ass hat? Is it a hat you put on an ass, or a hat made from asses?
That is a long debated question. And I suppose it would be...
Or maybe it's just a single hat that's shaped like an ass. That's Power Bombs, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, it isn't. Oh, that's Charge Beam down there. God damn it, I'm stupid.
Maybe it has something to do with just people who use asses as hats.
Can't believe I actually missed that one.
Missed what one?
Using an ass as a hat.
Well, yeah. I mean, one would have to be daft in order to use an ass for a hat.
You are pretty daft. Oh, god damn it. Man, it's amazing how much of Super Metroid you don't remember when you're drunk.
Oh, that explains it.
It makes things more interesting.
I think you need to do a Mario Party game where, like, if you lose the minigame, you gotta take a drink.
Interesting thing, though, I can apparently wall jump a lot easier when I'm drunk.
Hey, that's better than me. I didn't even know you could wall jump in this game.
Yeah, most people don't. I actually didn't figure it out when I was a kid, even in the room with the 3 freaking gremlins that are wall jumping, trying to show you how to wall jump. It took me a long time to get out of that room. Yes!
See, I always just figured that was just their gimmick.
That was their gimmick. Well, you notice... okay, the turtle isn't trying to show you something specific. But at least the ostrich is trying to show you how to do something.
Yeah, I suppose. And in the end, you gotta save the ostriches.
You can save the gremlins, too.
Really? I'm trying to remember, because is it the same room?
I don't think it's the same room, but do you remember in Zero Mission you can save all of them too?
Yeah,
Although
I
they're
do
all in the
remember
same
that.
room in that one.
Yeah. And you do it just to see that little extra spark fly away from the explosion.
That means you saved wildlife.
Exactly.
I might die here.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It's pro strat. You just shoot the things, you hit the other things with missiles, and you use the DACA. Get the purple thing.
I'm on it.
No, it seems like you need to be instructed on how to get the purple thing.
Bro, I got this.
What exactly is this? Is this just like a spiky pea pod?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's just something here to remind you need to do your gardening. Because this is what happens, man. Mushrooms happen, then spores happen, and then giant spiky things that try to kill you.
You know, heard about that about Neighbor, but you never really think about it until it happens down the street from you.
Something like that.
I'm sorry, I'm being really quiet, but I'm watching how intently you're just doing this.
I got this.
I think this needs like some super dancey music or something.
God damn it! I was gonna make a comment about how I'm being so rhythmic, and then I just fucking miss. Though I will say, this is easy contender for the most boring boss in Super Metroid, or any Metroid game. Because even the fucking ghost thing in the ghost ship is more interesting than this.
Yeah,
You're still
you're
waiting,
right.
but it's fucking doing shit while you're waiting. This one's just, you know, pretending to be in water. And then I fucking unequip missiles, because I don't realize I still have them equipped. Oh my god. Seriously, you need to be dead like 10 minutes ago.
This is taking quite a while.
I don't have anything that kills it faster. Charge beam does exactly the same amount of damage.
You can't fire like 2 missiles at once?
No, because it closes up instantly.
Shoot anyway.
I do it when it's fucking killed it. God damn it.
Get the purple things.
Because
Doesn't matter
I
if you're
really
at full.
need health. Oh, you crafty game. Making me think that was a way to just fucking dead end.
Well, that's what you get for trying to go down a warp pipe like Mario.
Man, if I only had X-ray beam right now, I'd spend an extra 30 seconds in this room.
Ah, yeah, you get X-ray beam and you just go through, you backtrack through every fucking room, just scanning all the walls.
Yeah, I remember where most of the stuff is that's actually important.
Is there anything that actually requires you to have the X-ray beam to get?
Well, there can't be anything that requires it, but,
I mean, like, is there anything that's necessary to beating the game, or is it mostly just E-tanks and missiles and upgrades and shit?
what you just said.
collectibles.
Pretty much.
So now you're gonna go to the green one. And then what? I forget where you're going. Where's Kraid?
Kraid, I can actually do early. You're supposed to have high jump to get to him, but I can get to him a lot earlier than that. With some crafty wall jumping.
I think you should do that.
It does make me seem more attractive in the eyes of women.
I think Samsung gets like really, really queasy just doing all the flips.
I know I would. And what I want to know is how she actually does the whole morph ball thing. Is she like really skilled at yoga? Is she naturally that flexible? I mean, if she is, then holy shit.
Just the suit just contort the human body in ways that really shouldn't have been.
She actually eternally has like the worst joints ever. And she constantly has her bones broken. The suit just has a mind of its own.
I mean, if you look at it, the suit, the fall probably looks like it takes up a noticeably less space than the suit does. So all that extra mass has to go somewhere.
She's just getting squished.
Well, if it's, you know, either the human being squished or the power suit, I'm probably going to vote or rule with the human being squished. Ah, crafty wall jumps. So you think that was intentional?
What, making you do the crazy wall jumps to get stuff?
Well, like that you could do that without the high jump.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go get power bombs at this point. I don't have enough super missiles to do it, actually.
And you need enough to kill all of those things and then one?
Yeah. I don't need and then one, I just need enough to kill them all. I suppose I can get them from these guys down here.
Assuming you don't fall down.
Where's that? Or I don't just fucking fail everything. Holy shit!
Just stand here and be killed by them.
Apparently.
So, did you do any sort of challenges this summer in terms of gaming?
Challenges? I don't know, I tried to beat Dark Souls. I suppose the best challenge was a couple weeks ago. At work, I actually tried to beat Mega Man 2 in a single credit, and I did it.
Nice. I remember, this was probably a few years ago, you decided that, you know, since you've never beaten a Mega Man game, you were going to do that, and beat I Want to Be the Guy, all 100%ed and whatnot.
Yeah, Want to Be the Guy actually only took me 7 days. I felt a real sense of achievement for that, and then I just randomly fired off a super missile for no apparent reason. Yeah, I felt a real sense of achievement for that, because I know another friend of ours on the TeamSpeak server that we frequent, it took him a couple of years to beat I Want to Be the Guy. Well, like most people I know, it takes them weeks or even months to beat the game, so, yeah.
Hell, I still haven't. So, now that you've killed all those things, how you not just blasted and trying to jump through?
Ha! Yeah!
Well done.
That took me way less time than the last time I tried it.
Congratulations. Don't get eaten by flowers.
Oh, man. It's always just like this enormous sense of achievement when you do something you're not supposed to do in a game.
Yeah. Well, there's no going back now that you've gone through an orange door.
Yeah, it's all like, oh man, you need power bombs. What now?
The enemy that does absolutely nothing to harm you. You just land on it. Oh, you know what these kind of look like? These kind of look like X-parasites.
Actually, you're right. I never thought about that until now. That was like definitely the most interesting thing they ever did with the Metroid series. Introduced like an entirely new and even greater threat than the Metroids, and insert it between two games in the series.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't,
It's actually
What was-
between Super Metroid and this game. Between Metroid 2 and this game.
Yeah, because doesn't it wind up being that turning out that the Metroid that you saved in Metroid 2 ends up saving you from the X-parasite?
Yeah, and then it ends up saving you in this game again.
What an adorable little creature.
Dude, if I could have my own pet Metroid, you know I'd do it.
I seriously doubt that would be a healthy option.
Dude, I don't even care that it would want to snack on my life energy. I have cats for that. My girlfriend is just nodding at me.
Cats are dicks like that. You don't have to go up anymore?
Well, one of my cats is a dick like that. Nah, all that's up there is criteria and a room that will probably kill me repeatedly.
Oh, is that the room where you need the Verosuit? The Verosuit? The Virusuit?
Varia.
Very.
No, it's just a room that likes to be a douchebag.
Alright. Yeah, I always get that confused because there's like the Verosuit as in like variable, or the Virusuit as in environment. That's a bit of a stretch, but
Something like that. I'm pretty sure that room over there is one I can't do yet. Yeah, I'm absolutely right.
well, you open the door. If you can open the door, you must be able to do it.
You'd think
Which-
so, but then you'd realize that you need the grab book.
And that's just by far one of my favorite mentalities for players in any sort of D&D campaign. Ah, it's the DM put it here. That means I must be able to kill it.
We're real truth. If it's a good DM, he put it there just to kill you. Oh, god damn it.
That always just leads to like some really wacky antics.
There's another thing I'm not supposed to get yet.
Which one's this?
This is the Spazer Beam.
Space or Spazzer?
I don't know, I call it Spazer because there's only one Z.
Ah,
And it's kind of like how you Americans spell laser.
I'll be right back again. Give me a few minutes.
Okay.
Sorry. I can try and kick someone else in here if you want.
I don't know. If it's left to a random chance, that might be a good thing.
Alright, I'll be right back then.
Oh hey, it's that tube. I don't want to break it right now. Oh man, I can't show off my crazy skills getting the crate early. Huh, did it first time as well. It is a real shame you missed that. Whatever. I'm cool. Oh, I may need more super missiles to do this. Do. I hope Drake gets back here soon, so I don't have to do this all by myself for much longer. How do I get to that missiles that I know is hiding in the background there? I'm gonna set off a power bomb and totally find a way to the missiles. And now I gotta fucking guess the rhythm for super bombs. Super bombs, bomb jump, whatever the hell it's called. Don't judge me. Whatever. I'm cool. I've always thought that those look kind of like a weird dice face. Yeah, fuck you pirates, I'm better than you. Ow. Whatever, Kraid. I don't got time for your shit. Now I gotta hope I can do this without dying. Give me super missiles, bitch. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! Come on, I don't got all day. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Get out of the ground, bitch. God damn it. Oh yeah, I'm cool. I am way better than you, Kraid, you big fat bastard. What's that? Power bombs and bury a suit before we even have high jump. Yeah, I'm cool. Sadly, I know there's a football game on tonight, so part of my viewership is gone. Oh, God damn it. Oh, that'll do. Ow. Energy tank. I remember when Drac was here and he was talking about stuff with me. And then he went away, hopefully not forever.
Hey, I'm back. What'd I miss?
The fact that I just beat Kraid.
Oh man, I figured you'd have beaten like half of it by now.
Yeah, whatever. You're a liar. I'm not even an hour in, and I already have various suit. Whatever, dude. Oh yeah, that's the room that Ice Beam is in, and I need speed boost for that.
Go fast.
I want to go fast.
You gotta go fast.
Something else I can get here.
Things I really like about one of the things I like about this is that aren't you originally supposed to get the ice beam before you get the spazzer beam?
I don't think so. Cause you get high jump way before you get that.
Alright.
You're supposed to get high jump before you get power bombs, though.
Alright.
And before you get various suit.
Because I could have sworn that you could get the ice beam before you get the spazzer.
Yeah, you definitely can. The spazzer beam's actually hidden. It's completely possible to go through the entire game without even realizing it exists.
Yeah, what I was going to get that was that I like that they made that an option. They accounted for all options in that, where you do have like the little sprites for the regular beam or the spazzer beam or the spazzer ice.
Hell yeah. Oh look, high jump boots. Totally don't need those anymore.
I don't know, man. They might come in handy somewhere. Couldn't you just skip those and go straight to the space jump?
Maybe. I don't think so, though. There's a lot of jumps designed that you actually can't even wall jump to get over them. Like, Nintendo knew what people were gonna do. Hey, it might be possible.
They must have had a really good, like, testing team.
I mean, it's completely possible to frickin' sequence break the fuck out of this game, but...
I love sequence breaking.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, I'm a person who, by his nature, actually hates cheats and exploits. But in Metroid, if they let you do it, it's kind of, you know, they accounted for it.
Yeah, in an exploration game, even if it's kind of a gaffe, by developers, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you play one of the games I heard was, or one series I heard was pretty notorious for sequence breaking was the Ultima series.
I've heard about some interesting things with that.
I heard it was a pretty good series for a while, but like you could sequence break the hell out of it and actually like do the entire story quest chain in reverse.
That's weird.
Because all the events are just scripted for you to get to a specific area and talk with a specific NPC.
Interesting. Oh look, I'm supposed to go beat Kraid now so I can go survive in this room.
I guess you better get on that then.
Something like that.
Pew 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 pew. Get your triple E lasers.
Oh yeah, something else I'm supposed to go get now.
And what would that be?
The triple lasers. The interesting thing is though, like the spacer beam, the way it's hidden, it's kind of like it's designed to be a hidden item just in general. Like you're not supposed to know it exists unless you really look for it.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty true. It's hidden in the ceiling. And, like the one place that nobody ever fucking checks is the ceiling.
Yeah, absolutely.
People blast walls and floors all goddamn day, but
Well, that's something Valve have even talked about. It's one thing players don't do is look up. I mean, yeah, that's more true in 3D games, and probably a lot less true in 2D games where you can see your entire area, like, laid out in front of you. But in the same situation, you know, when I was a kid, I felt really smart for noticing that up there. You know, these days I'm like, oh, there's a fucking block I can shoot right there. They made it really apparent. But as a kid, you might not notice that. I know a few friends of mine that actually didn't.
I actually think I remember Valve talking about that. That was in the that was the Portal commentary.
Yeah, definitely Portal commentary, and they used a lot of visual cues to actually like make players look up in that game. And that's, you know, one of the reasons why Valve are the fucking greatest developers on the planet.
A bold statement.
It is a bold statement, but, you know, even if they didn't make the greatest games that exist, they are still the best developers in the sense that they try to find out exactly what players want in every fucking even the smallest sense of the word. They try to find out exactly what it is that makes players tick. And dude, that was fucking badass. Then I go and accidentally shoot off a bunch of super missiles.
That was quite the jump you made.
Yeah, the one I got into Kraid's fucking area was first time as well.
Yeah, because normally when you need like the grapple hook or the ice beam or something.
Yep, you need the grapple hook for that. Ice beam doesn't work on that one enemy.
On the that one guy. Oh, look at that! It's firing in a nice little arc pattern.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about that is, though, like the first one that you come across right there, if this is the first time you come across those things, which it shouldn't be, but it fires an arc pattern just directly over your head. It can't hit you.
Yeah, to quote Ego Raptor, that is something we call theming.
I don't think that one is theming.
No, it isn't, but, you know, I just wanted to sound intelligent. No, it's just, I've noticed it in a few, retro games lately, just the way that, like, they set these things up. And it's incredibly apparent in modern games that they don't do that. Instead, they either try and hold your hand through it, or they just assume you're going to know it already.
Yeah.
So it's either incredibly annoying, or it's incredibly frustrating.
Which, you know, I've noticed though, like, that doesn't happen as much. If you check out indie games, like a lot of the really good indie games show you that kind of crap before they throw it at you.
Actually, a lot of indie games don't, for the most part. They do try and tell you, and indie games are probably some of the worst offenders of it. Which is a bold statement to make, but it's kind of true, and that's that super runny hallway. But
Well, there goes my chance to sound smart.
one game that actually got it really right lately, and it's going to sound like hyperbole at this part because I've talked about it incessantly on Fall Damage, is Borderlands 2. And it does get it wrong in some places, but in other places as well, it will show you these things beforehand. Like, it'll show you that you can, kill like certain enemies with fire damage because it will do something stupid in the environment where that thing actually gets, like, damaged with fire damage. Or it will set up, like, environmental damage in other areas that, like, will just go off in the way to show you how a certain thing works. But for the most part, it's something that developers just don't show you in general.
Yeah, I think the big one I was thinking of was Bastion.
Bastion is like one of those games that is just, it's hard to fault it in any way at all.
Yeah. The music is superb.
The gameplay is outstanding. The story is wonderful.
Yeah, teaching the players, like, what was it, when you go to the, I forget where it was, but where you get the brusher's pike and you're dealing with, like, the ground gators.
Oh, yeah.
The first time they introduce you to those. And hell, even if they didn't do the thing where they show you how they work, you see that fin coming out the ground, and you know by that point that, like, generally anything coming at you is dangerous, and you don't want to be near whatever the hell that thing is.
Or to teach you how to use ranged weapons in general, the turrets that you have to destroy to even continue. They put them in an area you can't reach them.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember, I think most of the enemies they show you at least once before you actually are supposed to kill them.
And a really good way of doing things in the game in general was how they used the narration in the game as kind of a tutorial. And it's in a sense that it's not invasive, because you're still just going ahead and playing the game as normal, while, what's his nuts? I don't remember his name offhand. It's just telling you how everything works, and it's a sense that works in the narration. It works in the storytelling. It's like, as I said before, it's not invasive.
I think his name was Rux.
Yes.
Yeah, like one of the things I really enjoyed about that whole narration aspect is that the narration, was accompanying your actions. It wasn't dictating what you did. What you did, it felt like it had.
Yeah, and it always felt like you were the one directing it.
But it's also nice to have, like, the snarky. Well done. It's always also nice to have, like, the snarky narrator.
Yep. Wave beam way before I'm supposed to have it.
Oh yeah, there is the wave beam too. So yeah, you get the wave beam, the spazzer, and the ice beam, and there's like a bunch of different combinations of each that you can get. And they prepared for that.
Kind of. I mean, you can you can individually disable each of the beams, but I will agree that it does seem like they just kind of like expected people to like take different ways around the game, just because of the way they set up certain things that you absolutely cannot wall jump over, even if you tried your goddamn hardest.
Why would you ever want to disable any of the beams?
I don't know, but in the menus you can fully disable all of them. Like on Samus's suit screen, it has the option to disable anything, even the bomb. You can disable the bomb. You can disable the morph ball.
Huh. That's really weird.
It makes no sense.
Oh yeah, you got 2 spaces by the beam. What were those? You got ice and, what's the last one?
Plasma.
Oh, is that the Deus Ex Machina type deal that you get at the end of the game that's all rainbowy?
No, that's one that kind of combines both.
Oh.
The plasma beam is the one that goes through enemies.
Alright, then what's the wave beam do? Oh, is that just the one that
goes
like,
through walls.
bullets? Alright. Now you got your speed booster.
Time to go fast. Actually, I'm way faster through the game since the last time I played it at this point.
Yeah, dude, what, we've been doing this for
An hour.
close. Yeah. And how far are you from supposedly beating the game?
From the end, probably another hour away. I'm definitely not going to beat it today, but, you know, I'm making a good point. What that point is? I honestly don't know. Do I care? No.
Point is, we gotta pick this up again. Maybe on another stream.
Eventually, maybe. If I ever do multiple episodes, though, it's most likely going to be with Secret of Mana, because that is the greatest game on God's green earth.
You know, I have yet to actually finish that. I started playing with one of our associates.
Oh yeah,
And-
Joel. Yeah, he told me all about that. He
And
wants to
we
finish it
get-
too.
Okay, I should have the save somewhere on one of my computers, because we got all the way to the Mana Fortress.
I've beaten that game probably about 7 times in my life, and it never gets old. Why the hell did I just walk back in the fucking save room?
You wanted to save after you got the missiles.
Because I really care about missiles that much.
They are very important. Still think you should do
I can
that.
shortcut the room.
Some sort of generic versus episode.
Okay, Street Fighter 2 Turbo decided.
I was thinking
no.
like multiple versus games.
Dude, I should figure out a way to get Saturn Bomberman working across multiple systems.
You need to play Metal Warriors with me.
Metal Warriors is a pretty awesome game, but I don't know.
Have you played the multiplayer?
I have.
Yes.
It's some of the
It is.
coolest split screen I've ever experienced, but it's very one-sided.
Especially, it's really one-sided if one person gets the spider drone.
Yeah. Because it's like, LOL, I was on the ceiling. You're dead.
You don't look up. But it gets really silly if, like, have you ever done a battle where you're just like, okay, nobody can, both you and the other person just bail out of the robots and fly around trying to shoot each other?
Never tried doing that, no.
Metal Warriors without the robots.
Interesting.
It can be quite a challenge. It's people.
Okay, this has become a freaking commonplace thing in every episode of this so far, but I really gotta pee. I will be right back.
This is really awkward. So, anyone up there in the chat? It's gonna be a really quiet episode. Doop, 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 doop. soon. He would help with this whole save completed nonsense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's claimed that in every episode so far.
And then you've just disappeared for indeterminable amount of time.
Yeah, it's usually only like a couple minutes, if even that.
You just leave your guest here
Yep.
to deal with the crowd.
Yep.
They could have
I
eaten me
know.
alive.
Mixmuff picked it up pretty well. He just started singing.
Yeah, I don't sing so well.
You could have sang about baking pancakes.
Could have sang the Doom song.
Doom 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 doom.
Exactly. So you went up to that room just to turn around.
I was trying to remember where it was. Oh God, boss.
Well, does this thing even have a name?
Crocomire.
That's a stupid name for a fairly stupid-looking creature. And look at the thing's arm. It's got like, what, it's got 4 feet? How is this thing evolutionarily sound?
How does Arkansas exist?
You know, I ask myself that every day.
Every day, really? It's that much of a pressing subject for you?
It is.
Oh my God, go back further.
But he wants to give you a hug. That claw. Keep pushing. You almost got him.
Oh yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, isn't this where you get the grapple hook?
No, that's in, somewhere further down.
So you're just gonna have to tough it out and try and wall jump and do exactly that.
Because I'm that much of a badass, yes.
Just gonna do the entire game without the
Dude, I
grapple
have
hook.
like 1,000 badass ranks in Borderlands 2. I don't want to hear it. Ow. I fucking just headbutt a goddamn wall of spikes.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
That's how much of a badass I am. Yeah, come at me, bro.
While the rest of us are working on headbutting a mountain, you just run straight to the spikes.
And then I fail at jumping up simple platforms.
Yes, you do.
Don't judge me.
I will judge you, but for your sake, I won't judge you out loud.
Can't fucking wait for the day I decide to play fucking Kid Icarus.
Gonna have fun giving death spaz attacks.
Dude, I'm not that bad at Kid Icarus. I haven't actually, finished the game, but...
Well, I was just getting at the fact that when Death sees Kid Icarus, or Pit, what the fuck is wrong with me? When Death
fucking
sees
spazzes
Pit,
out.
yeah, he's just like, fuck, there he is, get him.
I don't know what it is. Like, a couple of years ago, I couldn't even get past the first level of Kid Icarus. I started playing, like, the 3D Classics version on 3DS recently, which the only difference with that game at all is it has the ability to save your progress. Like, I'm on, like, the second dungeon now.
Well, it might have some various tweaks here and there. I mean, yeah, that sometimes happens when games get ported and remade. And I know, fucking the original Final Fantasy got easier with every port.
And then there's Final Fantasy 2.
It was alright. I still have yet to beat Dawn of Souls. Have you played Dawn of Souls?
That's the PlayStation one, right? No, that's the GBA one.
Game Boy Advance.
I have not. All I know is they retranslated Garland, and that made me not want to play it.
Yeah. But at least...
Because I want to see him say, "I, Garland, shall knock you all down."
Actually, I think in the anniversary edition for the PSP, they changed it back.
I read something about that, yeah.
But at least the translation team didn't retranslate the name Ultros. Because I heard that was going to happen for a while when the Final Fantasy VI remake was coming out.
What were they going to change it to?
I think it was like a minor change. Like instead of Ultros, it was Ulthros.
That's silly.
Yeah. Or Orthros or something like that. Instead of, a U would be like an O. Look at you breaking all those walls.
Over here? No.
Just wall jump. That's what you're good at.
No, I can't wall jump there. I have to do the speed boost jump.
Hey, isn't that the one where you can basically like jump up and immediately charge to one direction?
I don't know, maybe.
Or do that. So I could have sworn there was like some sort of like shoulder.
Oh yeah, there's that. I can show you that.
Because shouldn't you have done that while you were up there to charge all the way to the...
No. See, it only goes in a straight line.
Well, yeah, but if you were all the way up there where you got the missiles, you could just charge over to the
I
door.
need to speed boost jump that to do that though, and I can't get enough run up to speed boost. I just realized I almost killed myself with that shoulder charge.
Yeah, you almost did. And then you would have to gone back to which save point?
Well, like right before here. That's not important.
It's nice to see that you've done this all on one life.
Yeah, better than the last time I did it. I died like 7 times at this point.
It's because you got me around.
You're like my lucky pickler.
Yep.
It's like a lucky pickle, but cooler.
Animate.
Only sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. I tend to go inanimate for long periods of time.
I got shot in the butt.
Yeah, yes you did. I'll continue your wall jumping extravaganza.
I'm not nearly as good as that as I could. Fuck. I'm gonna blame it on drinking.
But you blamed how good you were at wall jumping on drinking.
Shut up. Your logic is silly and unfounded.
But if I shut up, it's going to be a really quiet stream.
You're... What?
I'm also taking philosophy. Or the logic and process of argumentation.
Go think about trees.
No. What the hell are those?
I don't really know. I'm gonna say magical jumping soba noodles.
Yeah, they were killing you pretty dead.
Whatever, dude. I'm the best. It's like I am Samus. Blonde hair, vagina, and everything.
You want to be the little girl? You should go to the save room and heal.
You know, heal and save rooms? What is this, Metroid Prime?
No, I guess it isn't.
Although I will still, to this day, argue that Metroid Prime is the perfect 3D representation of this game.
Well, it's certainly the best, given the other options.
Okay, there really is no other option. But, like, I don't even think if they tried they can make a better 3D representation of this game. Let's ignore the fact that I'm almost dead.
And that other M exists. Boom.
Oh, right, that's the speed boost hallway that I can't do anything with yet. Let's ignore the fact that this is a really annoying sound playing over and over again.
Which one? The door sound?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. You know what's more annoying?
Whooper?
No, that fucking sound when you're nearly dead in Zelda.
Beep, beep. Actually, it's kind of a little more annoying in Star Tropics. In Star Tropics, it plays every time you do anything.
Oh. So
Whenever you
does that
jump,
mean it-
whenever you use your yo-yo, hey, guess what? I'm going to play this annoying sound.
just as a cautionary tale to remind you of how close to death you are and how much you need to stop sucking.
Truth be told, though, I have almost beaten that game finally. I'm on the
Nice.
last dungeon, and it is far more difficult than anything else that ever has happened in that game previous.
Harder than the octopus?
Oh my god, dude. Just single rooms in that last dungeon make me want to kill myself in real life.
Why not just kill the game in real life?
No, I like Star Tropics. I love the fact that
As
I found
do I.
it. I have Star
Yeah, it was-
Tropics 2 as well. I finally found a copy of it.
Ooh, how is it?
I don't know. I refuse to play it until I've beaten the first one.
So, I take it I won't be hearing a review on that for a while.
Probably not. One thing I've always found interesting in Super Metroid is certain enemies are more likely to give you certain items. More likely to give you like missiles or health or power bombs, stuff like that.
I never really noticed, but I never really paid too much attention to that specifically. Wow, that was a very tricky platform.
Oh god damn it, I came back here. Really?
Oh, wow. Way to go in a circle.
God
You
damn
might
it.
still be able to run back.
I could, but probably not. I think it just drops me in a pool of lava.
That's not so bad. It's nice and warm. Samus on the monkey bars.
Wow, let's not talk about that.
Well,
It was
why
an
not?
interesting use of Mode 7 for Nintendo there. Just for the grapple hook. I mean, yeah, they used it like a bunch of times early in the game, but like other than that, until the end, it's like, yeah, we're just going to use it here for the grapple hook, just to make Samus spin.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty ingenious use because, I mean, it's an actual practical use as opposed to the other ones, which are, Mode 7 usually was just used for mostly like cinematic effect, wasn't it?
Yeah, usually. And then there's Mario Kart,
Yeah.
which was the entire game.
It was entirely Mode 7, and it was great.
They did a really good job with Doom for the Super Nintendo as well. I mean, it's really inferior to every other version of the game that exists, but at the
Except
same
the
time,
Genesis
it's
version.
kind of superior. The 32X version is better than the Super Nintendo version for a couple of reasons, but the Super Nintendo version doesn't have any textures on the ceilings and floors. It also, enemies are always facing the same direction as you, and because I'm holding my push-to-talk button, I keep fucking this up.
Maybe you should shut up and concentrate. And let me have my little victory by stating that, I don't know. You weren't even talking that time.
Shut up. Ice beam! As long as I haven't died yet, this is a victory.
Yeah, you've gotten through, what, more than half the game?
Yeah, I'd say 2/3 at this point. Actually, no, this is about half at this point. I forget how much of the game there actually exists still. There's Wrecked Ship, then Meridia, then Norfair again.
This does not look good for you.
Whatever, bro. I got this. Chill the fuck out.
You're just saying that because you have high speed.
No. I'm saying that because I got this.
When in doubt, spam bombs.
I live my life by that motto.
It's a pretty good motto to play games by.
Oh yeah. Hell, I got grapple beam. I got this.
The only place you can't go now is the water.
Yep. I'm on my way to get gravity suit. Once I get gravity suit, nothing can stop me, not even lava.
Does it make you impervious
Okay.
to lava?
It makes me impervious to one kind of lava. Actually, I gotta do this while I'm here.
What have you done?
I gotta end soon. I gotta tell people how to beat the game.
Oh yeah, you got like 5 minutes, don't you?
I'm gonna beat the game in 5 minutes. Trust me.
Oh yeah, totally.
Don't
That was the plan all along.
Oh hey, does this refill energy? Oh my god, I think it does.
Now you'll never die.
Never ever. I'm like the best person at this game in the world. And by the best person, I mean not even close to the best, but I like to think that I am.
Yeah, you're the best person on the stream.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it probably also helps that you're the only one with a controller.
That too. I'm the only one with a Super Nintendo.
I have a Super Nintendo.
You're a liar.
I bust that thing out every summer to play Super Mario 64. No, yeah, Super Mario 64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64 and a Super Nintendo. Listen to this
Uh,
guy. He is definitely the coolest person on this stream.
I busted out and play Super Mario RPG every summer.
Hell yeah. Actually, there's a
I
copy
did.
of that we have at work that I need to pick up. We have it for like $40.
Okay, and that is probably my favorite. Well, I think of all the things that Square has done, that is tied with Final Fantasy VI for me.
Whatever, dude. Secret of Mana.
I really like Secret of Mana, but I haven't beaten it yet, so I can't really justify putting it like right there at the top.
It will forever be my favorite game ever made.
I mean, what I've played of it is really good. Don't get me wrong. I also really, really enjoyed Secret of Evermore, even if it is
alright.
Even if it is single player for whatever reason.
And made by a completely different team.
And it's Squaresoft USA, but
yeah.
I don't know,
Secret of Evermore was really good. I mean,
yeah.
People talk down to it simply because it's made by Square USA, but those people are stupid because that game is freaking fantastic.
It is. I love that game. I go back and I play that from time to time. I like the idea of like the morphing dog.
Man, it's all that toaster dog and the poodle.
It is. Because yeah, you had what? You had the wolf, the poodle, the Anubis, and the toaster.
Yeah, you almost got the order right. Just switch the Anubis.
Well, yeah, Anubis is second because. Okay, I got a question. Did you enjoy doing like the bizarre, like trading minigame?
No.
I think I'm the only person who actually enjoyed that.
Actually, it could go do Meridia, or it could go get the X-ray scope, or what it could do is make this a good point to end the stream. Actually, now I'm going to give it a couple more minutes.
We did start a little late because we were playing Borderlands 2.
Oh my god. Dude, don't even get me started. Seriously, like, Borderlands 2 is kind of contending for my favorite game ever right now. Like, I cannot fault that game for any reason.
I always try and give games about like a month or anything, or so before I try and rate them. Because usually I'm a lot more lenient on my judgments when I'm playing a game rather than when I'm reflecting on them.
The thing about Borderlands 2, though, is Borderlands was one of my favorite co-op games. I mean, it was right up there with Left 4 Dead, and Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 hold very special places in my heart because I've played a lot of those games, and I played them a lot with, like, specific friends. But the thing
like
Borderlands... Yeah, definitely like you. The thing Borderlands did, and I played through a good chunk of most of the first Borderlands with you, but mostly with another friend of ours who we just simply call Frenchie. The thing Borderlands 2 did so well is to take everything the first game had and made it better. And I don't just mean gameplay, I don't just mean story, I don't just mean humor. I mean, even the co-op aspect of the game is enhanced to the point that it's so freaking easy to play that game co-op with friends, even if you guys aren't matched at the same level. I mean, if you feel the need to go ahead and play more of the game, and then you've already played with a friend, it will give you the option, you know, like when you come back to the game later, to just skip any quests you've already completed. And I don't know, it's kind of a really good way of just taking a co-op game and just making the experience perfect. And the only other game that's really, like, made me feel that way is Secret of Mana. I mean, it's a game that you can just jump into and have just a freaking fantastic time with friends.
That actually reminds me of the really amazing co-op in Saints Row 2.
Oh god, that's another game that was just freaking fantastic.
Yeah. I actually still have yet to beat the original Borderlands, because I keep starting it with other people, and we keep getting to, like, the same fucking place. And then the group winds up dissolving because someone has to go to school, or someone's computer dies, or, you know, people go and play without other people.
Sounds about right.
And then I try and play solo, and then I just... I've started that game way too many times to really want to play it anymore.
Well, I think this is a good point to end with Super Metroid, but I think I made really, really, really good progress in an hour and a half.
Yeah, you got the fair. Vario suit. You got the beams, lasers. You got the bombs and the super bombs and the missiles.
I got all the bombs.
Yeah, you got all the all your explosive devices. You got your grapple hook, the ice beam, freeze rays. What's in this room over here?
I don't remember. Let's find out. It's probably just missiles.
Oh man, that is so pro.
Oh, energy tank. I actually don't remember where the fuck the X-ray scope is, so I'm going to end here. Thanks for everybody that has come to watch this week's episode. You can check the stream out next week at www.twitch.tv. I do the show every Monday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. You can check us out on www.splitkick.com. I will be posting the episodes this Wednesday. You can follow me on Twitter at www.twitter.com/DanJTolan, or just follow me at DanJTolan. You can follow Splitkick at @SplitKick. Donovan, do you have Twitter at all?
I do. It should be at Draconic Dawn.
You can follow him at Draconic Dawn.
I don't post much.
Definitely check me out next week, where I should be doing another 16-bit episode. Hopefully next week's episode will be Sonic themed, but we'll all see how next week's vote ends up. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you again next week.
Bye.